All right, this is number 12, which says construct an equilateral triangle below with the length of each side B units from page 1. So we've got to go all the way back to page 1 and look for B. So here I am. There is B. Okay, so I'm going to measure B. And there it is. I lock that in and I come back over here. Now then, let's see, step 1 will be to draw a straight line. Okay. Now then, I'm going to measure off B. There you go, that's B. Now then, first I'm going to do a circle from this end of my segment, and then next I'm going to put this here and do a circle from the other side, that same distance with the circle with the same radius. So here goes the other circle. Shoot. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so there we go. Now then, I've done 2 circles. This is radius B. Now then, this point, we have found this point. And what we know is that if we connect this to that this side will be length B, and this side will be length B also. Good. That was number 12. Now the number 13, kiddos, says construct a 30-degree angle. Before we move away from 12, let's talk about 12 just a little bit. In an equilateral triangle, all of the sides are equal and all of the angles are equal. If all of the angles are equal, and we know that, so in other words, x plus x is equal to 180, then 3x is equal to 180, so each angle here has to be 60 degrees, and that's true. In an equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degrees. So now on number 13, if we want to construct a 30-degree angle, we can go through this process again, identify a 60-degree angle like this, and then we'll bisect this angle, and then that will give us a 30-degree angle. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to move the camera. Okay, kiddos, so the first thing we're going to do is draw us a segment. I'm going to make my segment a little bit bigger this time. Well, that may be too big, but still, it's easier to work with a bigger segment. Okay, so now then, I've got to make a circle, a little big. I've got to make a circle from each end point of this. So I don't have to do the full circle, really. It's not that required. You can just kind of eyeball and know and see that you really just, basically, the only point you really need here is this point. So you can just do an arc here and an arc here. Know that's what you're shooting for. Now then again, I'm going to connect them. Okay, there's one side. And here's my other side. Now then, what I know is that this side is congruent to that one, is congruent to that one. I also know that this, since this is an equilateral triangle, I know that that is a 60-degree angle, this is a 60-degree angle, and this one is as well. But we're going to bisect that one to get a 30-degree angle. So to bisect an angle, let's go back. You choose some, doesn't matter, some measurement, just to establish a distance along each ray. So there you go. Then you can use that same setting if you want to, and you do an arc from each side. There you go, because all you're doing, again, all I did here was an arc from this side, and with that same setting, I came and I did it from this side. So all you're doing is finding this point. And then when we connect this point to the vertex, we have bisected this angle. Since it was a 60-degree angle, what we have now is a 30-degree and a 30-degree. And you should mark that. So in your construction, we'll need to see all of this. So you need to have 60 degrees marked. You need to have the sides marked congruent. The arcs, how did you do that? So all of that should be there. Here we're being asked to construct the complement of A. I'm going to take this down so it doesn't jump around on me. Here we're going to construct the complement of A. Again, I'm going to start by drawing a line. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to copy. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Complement, that means they add up to 90 degrees. Shoot, children, I need a perpendicular. I need a 90-degree angle here. I've got to do a perpendicular. Okay, I'm going to, well, let's just bisect this thing. So I've got this. This is a longer segment, really, than I should have had for this, but it's okay. We'll work with it. To bisect it, we've got to get set for slightly more than half. We're going to do an arc above, arc below. Then we come to this side. We're doing arc above, arc below. Again, what we've done here is establish these 2 points, because once we find those 2 points, we can connect them, and what we know now is that this is a 90-degree angle, which means that is, and that is, and that is. I always like to work in that one. Okay, so now we're looking for the complement of A. We want to construct the complement of A. So what let's do first is construct angle A. And right here, using this as the vertex, we're going to construct angle A. So now then, what we have to do is we have to go back to page 3 and find angle A. Or actually, I think in yours, I may have drawn angle A on there because I'm so good to you kids. I believe I did that. But so, if I were doing this, then here's my angle A, and I would come, I think I'd just go with this same setting. It doesn't matter which setting it is. And I'm going to go with that setting, which means I need to come back over here. Hold on. Now then, I need to make that arc at that distance from the vertex. And all that's doing is establishing how far out on this ray we're going to measure. Where are we going to measure that angle? So now let me come back to that angle at that distance and let me measure and see how open is it that far away. Well, let me tighten that up a little bit, and that's about where it is. Okay, so now I've got it, the distance measured here. I come back over here from that point, and I make, oh rats, I hate it. There you go. So now then, we've established that distance. Okay. So there, my little darlings. That is angle A. And if that is angle A, and this whole thing was a 90-degree angle, that means that this must be the complement of angle A. So this is angle A, that's the complement of angle A, and when you add them together, they form a 90-degree angle. Okay? So that is how you do that one.